Good morning. This is my daily routine. Is I get up, take a shower, brush my teeth, usually, and then go and yell at my kids to get dressed. You're already dressed? Here's a little shot of my beautiful boys. There's Atticus and Clive's sort of dressed. Put on some clothes, Clive. Go check on the baby. Gotta check on the baby. I got 3 now. So let's see how this one's doing. He's hanging out in here. How you doing, baby ass? What's up, buddy? Yeah, you're doing good. He's doing good. So last night, something kind of cool happened. This is my son's room. The boys, there's their bunk beds. So last night, Atticus had a bad dream, and he sleeps right here. He was sleeping right there, and he had a bad dream, and so he was yelling. And so my wife, her name is Coco, she came in here to help him, and so he was yelling and calling out, and he was scared, and she came in here, and she was sitting here, standing just like I am, and basically, comforting him, doing what awesome moms do. And while she was comforting him, he said, "I'm confused." And Coco said, "Why? What do you mean?" And he said, "I prayed, and I asked God to help me, but my dream didn't go away." Like some deep theological conversation at 1 o'clock in the morning. And so my wife, being the brilliant woman that she is, walked up these stairs right here into this bed, crawled up into this bed with Atticus, laid right next to him, and held him, kissed his cheeks and stroked his hair and reminded him how important he is and how valuable he is, why he mattered. Told him he was going to be okay. And after a few minutes, he started feeling comforted, cared for. And so my wife asked him, "Do you feel comforted now?" And he says, "Yeah, I feel a lot better now." And she said, "Is it possible that is how God answered your prayer? That you asked him for help. And even though I was asleep, I heard you. I heard that you needed help. And I came and I held you and loved you and cared for you." And Atticus thought that was pretty cool. And that felt like a true God thing to him. And he slept well that night. And so I was thinking to myself, how often are we calling out for God, asking for help, and he is providing things to us. He's giving us help. But because we have such a specific way of thinking about how God provides, we miss it. And so my encouragement to you guys today, I'm actually walking out to my office, so you're going to get to see my whole routine. My encouragement to you guys today is to look for the ways that God is helping. Look for the ways that God is providing. Who is that person that when you call out, when you say, "God, I need help," who is that person that can be there or that is there? Who's that person that cares for you, that loves you, that tells you it's going to be okay, tells you that you matter? And I think my other invitation is like what challenged me after I heard my wife tell me that story is I thought, how often am I calling out to others for help? Like Atticus, he prayed, but then he screamed for mom. So who's the person I'm screaming for? Who's the person that when life is really hard and confusing and painful and I don't really get it, like who am I screaming out for to come and love me and care for me and help me? And I think my other encouragement today is that who in our lives can we comfort? Who in our lives can we be like my wife, who goes in and holds someone, cares for them, speaks words of love and affirmation to them, reminds them that they're valuable. That's part of what it means to be someone who follows Jesus, is that we are people who comfort and are comforted. We are people who follow in the steps of what Jesus did. And Jesus, when he was on earth, did both things. He loved and comforted people, and he even asked and invited and allowed his disciples to love and comfort him when things were really hard for him. He demonstrated to us what it looks like. So may we be people too, who when things are scary or hard, we have someone to call out to. May we be people who can see the creative, unique ways that God provides our comfort and help. And may we be people that comfort and love and help others when they cry out. Have a good day.